Well, SABC News political editor Mzwandile Mbeje joins me now live. Good afternoon. Thanks very much.
A very good afternoon to you and to the viewers.
Was anybody anticipating this?
I would, from the public, obviously, nobody was anticipating this. But perhaps if you follow closely the political developments in the country and what some people may have been doing or not doing, perhaps it may not be so much of a surprise, but here it is. And then remember, in this instance, is that the president has the prerogative to appoint and remove without explaining. But of course, that leaves us to speculate what could be the reason.
What do you know? Is there anything specific that he did do?
I mean, obviously, I'm not the president, and
Sure.
I'm not going to speak for the president, especially when he doesn't give the reasons. But as a politics reporter, editor, so I will have to get into the realm of speculation based on what I know may have happened. I do understand that at some point, the deputy minister undertook a trip to the United States, and I think with Mr. Powell around the time, I think when the president and the issue of South Africa and the US were quite hot potatoes, and you know, at the time. So I do get a sense that that trip may not necessarily have been authorized. Remember, if you are the minister or the deputy minister and you are to undertake a trip outside, so you have to get a permission from your boss in this instance, which is the president. I gather that that may not necessarily have been the case, but of course, subject to correction. As I've said, I've just got into the realm of speculation in the absence of anything else being provided to us. So that's probably would be the reason or any other. But also, I may even go further to say, as much as the relations between the DA and the ANC look okay at the moment, I'm not so sure if they are indeed okay. I mean, look at what happened yesterday in Johannesburg. I know it's not linked, but this is politics. So you have a key partner in the in the government of national unity who you work with, and at a local level, the key partner is sponsoring that one of your key mayors. Remember, Joburg mayor, whether you like it or not, is the most important mayor because this is the economic hub, not only of Gauteng, not only of even the country, but of the continent, given its size. So you have a situation where you are sponsoring that he be removed. So that, for me, will all start to play in the bigger politics of the coalition and the GNU. And that is why you see the DA now having taken a decision to meet, and then they will communicate to us what exactly are they saying after the meeting. They're probably going to ask the president to replace him with someone from the DA. But remember, the president has got the prerogative to appoint whoever he wants.
Yes. Has the DA said anything at this point?
At this stage, the only thing they've said was to issue the statement to say the federal chairperson of the council, Helen Zille, has convened an urgent meeting where they'll look into this issue, and that's all they've said at the moment, so they'll then communicate later. That's where we'll see what happens. And I do think this may also end up playing into the much bigger politics. But of course, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, we all wait for that outcome of that meeting and whatever the DA says a bit later. Thanks so much for taking the time to come and chat to us, SABC News political editor Mzwandile Mbeje.